Hi, Charles Słowikowski. Today I would like to run through 20 things which I learned in the business over years. And if you take at least 2-3 things from it and you can implement them into your entrepreneurship journey, I hope it's gonna help you achieve success much quicker. I'm gonna have one extra bonus item at the end of the 20, so please bear with me till the end, and I hope you're gonna find it useful. First thing, don't chase money. Try to find an item or solution or something which causing a lot of challenges for other people, clients, companies, businesses, and provide a solution to that to that issue. Then you definitely gonna achieve success. If people are just chasing money, if they're looking at the companies, oh, they're making 1 billion, oh, they've done the joint venture, oh, they were bought out by the investors, or they on the Wall Street, it's very rarely you're gonna achieve the same amount of success if you're only gonna be focused on money. But if you're gonna try to solve the issues, it may be thousands of different things which happens in life. I don't know, smooth journey or more ecological approach to your transport, or less power usage, or smooth communication between the businesses, or swift organization of the plans, like independent PA advisors. There's tons of different ways which people find out and they achieve the success by solving issues. So please focus on solving challenges, not earning money straight away. Second, exactly connected with the first one, don't copy other businesses straight away. Everything looks fine on the TV, on the YouTube, on news stations, or when you see the turnover and the profits of the company which is established for 20-30 years. But you have no idea what is happening in the company, what they struggle with, what they have to do behind the closed doors, how many losses they have to incur, and how many corners they have to cut. So everything looks perfect outside. You see hundreds of millionaires in the crypto. You see people who had an idea and suddenly they were bought for 25 millions. Yes, situations like that happens, but it's not on daily basis, and it happens to 0.1 or even less % of the entrepreneurs. So don't think that if one company is earning that and that amount of money and they have a good profits, you can repeat that. With the exception with maybe if you are insider, if you work in a given company for a couple of years and you are seeing some shortcuts, some imperfections in the service or in the product, and you can improve it. If you saw that no one was listening on the higher management tiers, and no one was implementing anything new, and you see the clients ratio downgraded, or the profit slumped, or you saw the company was going down because of this and that, and you can improve it, then yes, you have a high chance of running similar company, if of course 99% what is happening in the company. Because remember, come back to the point one, we think that we know a lot about the given companies, businesses, how to run them, but you have to pay your dues. You have to learn, and it's not gonna be for free. You're gonna incur some losses, you're gonna incur some sleepless nights, and you're gonna have a lot of stress. So please bear in mind, nothing looks as shiny as it looks on the surface. So don't judge the book by the cover. Don't think everything is honky-dory. There definitely are some obstacles in running this business, opening, and definitely getting the market share of given clients. Number 3, if you starting by yourself or maybe with a partner, couple of you guys, don't expect to get paid for the next year or two. You have to have some spare funds, savings, investments, something to get you going on your normal daily life, rent, all services, power, electricity, communications, telecommunications, I don't know, lease maybe of the office, which you don't need to have at the beginning, but you may choose that. So prepare at least for 6-12 months of not getting paid from the company. everything what you're gonna do, you're gonna reinvest. You're gonna just plow through, through the world, trying to advertise your company, trying to get the marketing right, trying to get the clients, trying to get the trust of the people around you. And in the given market, it may be local, it may be small coffee shop, or it may be telecommunications company, or internet unicorn which gonna be valued in 3 years time at $1 billion. No one knows, but don't take money from your company, from your first sales, from your first profit. Don't spend it. Try to reinvest it. So be ready to have a lots of savings, lots of funds, lots of cushion on which you can fall down, just in case you're not tying ends to ends. Next one. Probably lots of people, lots of employees, someone who never done the business will say it's not as I think, but being an employee is 10 times easier than being your own boss and running your own company, especially if you employ people, if you have any property, if you have leases, if you have contracts, if you have deadlines. There's shortage of supply items like we have now in 2022 and going in 2023. So please be prepared to have a lot of stress on your head. You have to be resilient. You have to find some inner strength, some energy to get you through all of those hoops and obstacles, because it's gonna be difficult. It's gonna be sleepless nights. It's gonna be, no one is gonna believe in you, maybe with some small exceptions, but definitely you're gonna be bouncing off the wall every day, trying to get your baby, your business, your idea off the floor. So don't think it's a TV show, it's entrepreneurship, Dragon's Den, or something which you watch on the TV or on YouTube, that overnight you're gonna achieve success. No, it's not gonna happen. So be resilient, be prepared that it's gonna be a long journey. Luckily short as possible, but if you prepare for 2-3 years for a proper hardships, I'm sure you're gonna be much more successful than 95% of the businesses which fails in the first 3-4 years. So be ready for it. Don't be a perfectionist, because perfectionist is beautiful when you're architect, designer, when you create a beautiful object and you have 10 years to accomplish it, and someone pays for your materials, machinery, your lease, your heating, your everything, all of your bills. But when creating a business, if it's 50-60% good, launch it. Do something, reinvent, listen to your clients, get the opinion, try to reshuffle your product, your service, try to improve it, and then launch it again at 70%, at 80%. You're never gonna achieve 100% because you don't have millions for research and development. You don't have time for surveys. You don't have access to thousands of clients who's gonna provide you a feedback about your product, about your services. So there is not a chance when you're starting, you're gonna have a full knowledge about it, about your program, about your services, about what you're offering, what is wrong, what is good, what you can improve. There is no chance. You're not clairvoyant. You're not some wizard who can read from the crystal ball. So if it's 50-60%, launch it, try to tweak it, listen to your clients, listen to opinion, feedback, and then amend it, and then relaunch it, improve the product, improve. That works, believe me. Perfectionism is good, but it's mostly in the romantic novels. In the real life, you have to try your product and then try to, retweak it, make it better and better and better. So please try, as soon as possible to launch the product and test the market, test what the opinion of the clients is telling you, and then try to amend your, approach to your product. Next one, number 6. That's very important. I know it's difficult in the business when you don't have the money, when you're trying to rush, you have to pay your people, 31st of the month or 1st of the month, and your funds are finishing, your savings are burning like a proper wooden house. Try to say no if your gut feelings tells you that this is not a good client, this is not a good project, probably I shouldn't sell to this person or to this business. I shouldn't install my product. I shouldn't do something. Try to mitigate your trips, your involvement, your time to something which gives you much better return. Like a Pareto rule, 80-20, you cannot save 100% of the clients. Sometimes you have to say no, and believe me, some of those no's may be difficult to swallow, but in the long run, you're gonna be grateful because it's gonna give you more time, more focus on the clients, businesses, opportunities, which gives you much better return. You're not gonna be so spread thin, you're not gonna be running like headless chicken, trying to accomplish 15 things when you really have a time for 6, 7. I've been there, I've run the construction, we've done it, and it took us 2-3 years to understand that sometimes we have to say no to a project, even if we don't see anything around the corner to keep us going. And believe me, I don't know how it works. Is it karma, universe? After a week or two, we got the new tenders, which were beautiful, which were, exactly what we wanted to do, were close to our other sites, so it was much less timing, travel, moving builders in and out. So believe me, world works in mysterious ways. You're gonna get better. You have to learn how to say no. 7, a little bit connected with the 6, when you're saying no, listen to your gut feelings. I learned that the hard way, and there is something in our bodies that tells us what is good for us, what is not. And if you listen to it, in most of the cases, in my case it's 100%, but I don't know how your guts are working, and they will try to get what's best for you, what's best for your body, for your mind, for your presence in this world. So it takes a little bit of training, but try to listen to yourself. If you think that something is not good enough, something stinks, something is fishy, go away. And believe me, you're gonna be much better off. Try it on some small things. Like when I was learning, I was literally listening to my gut feelings when I was driving. Sometimes I just heard, turn left, turn right, go, around, stop, stop for a coffee, and then I pass the traffic, I pass something, I pass some accidents. It works in the smallest way. Try it. If it doesn't work for you, okay, my bad. But in my opinion, for me, works perfectly. If you feel something is not right inside you, probably try to avoid. Next one, what they say, number 8. What they say, cash is the king, and this is true always. Okay, it may be cash, it may be money on the account, in the bank, whatever, but don't overspend. Don't spend your first earned money. I know you're happy. I know you achieve a little bit of success. You sold something, first client, second client. You signed some membership. You've done good. Leave this money on the account. Don't overspend it. Reinvest it. Don't overspend it. Don't get cocky. Don't get young millionaire who I'm gonna show everybody. No one believes in me. Now I'm gonna spend. I'm gonna buy a new car. I'm gonna buy a new phone. I'm gonna buy something. Please don't behave like a spoiled little child. You grown up. You wiser than that to try to spend money for something which it's a material things. Okay, if you have $1 million, $2 million, yeah, go and buy a car for 30, 50,000. Not a problem. But don't spend your last money when you just growing your new baby, your business, your new entity, your maybe a bread giver for the next 10, 15 years, or maybe you're gonna sell it in 10 years time for a good sum of money. So try to grow it as quickly as possible, and this cash, this profit, this peace of mind, because if you have extra 100, 200, 300,000 on account and you have few employees, you're never gonna worry that you're not gonna have a few £1,000s at the end of the month for the salary, or a couple of £1,000 for lease or office rent or something. You're gonna be focusing on the business 100%. You're not gonna be trying to run and get the money because you have 3 days to organize £17,000 or dollars or whatever. you're going to be focusing on development of the business, of taking care of your employees, of, providing a good mood in the company. Good, happy boss is much better for the employees, for the clients, for the service, than someone who is very stressed. You can see straight away in the first second that something is not right with this guy or with this girl, that, they don't have the money, they running without the plan. So try to leave this money. Please don't spend it, put it back into the business, reinvest. If you need more machines to speed up the production, reinvest in the machines. Of course, do your research. Don't buy straight away, but that's another tip. And invest in the staff, do some training, get them maybe system which gonna improve their sales, or you monitoring what is bringing you sales or not, or marketing, or just do something which you see is gonna bring you value to the company, profit, or better perception to your brand, to your service, to your products. So keep the money in the business, at least for a couple of years. Next, number 9. I never, in my opinion, in my past, I never had any mentoring help. We never knew. In my family, I have 2 sisters. They also, very entrepreneurial, and we never had a mentor. We never had someone who show us the ropes. And to be honest, when I was young, when I started, when I was 12, I spent a lot of money on stupid things. No one taught me to reinvest it, to grow the business, to leave this money for something else when I'm gonna be 18 and I can buy some property or do this no one showed me that. So please believe me, someone who achieved any success, they will help you for free. They will, show you what works, what doesn't work. Of course, you can listen to them and get your own opinion. But if someone, ran a e-commerce business 7 times, they sold it, or they achieve a good profit, they still running those businesses, probably they know some stuff about the e-commerce. Or if someone is doing construction for 20 years, finish 150 projects, everything is okay. Probably they know how to manage builders, how to do, contracts, how to do all of the extensions of time and, surveys. They know their stuff. So listen and ask, look around. Someone who's doing something similar, doesn't have to be the same. Ask them for help, ask them for guidance, ask them how to scale up, ask them, how to look for the people. Doesn't matter if you don't know something and you cannot find it on the internet, YouTube, forums, books, whatever, in your family, closest friends, go outside. I can assure you, people who are decent, they don't cheat in the business, they try to, run a honest business, they will help you. 5-10 minutes is nothing for them to see another young person or maybe older person grow, and they will think that they are part of this growth, they are part of this, this build, which creates something new entity, new business, new happy owners, business owners, employees. Believe me, that's what we work for. We like to put effort and see that something grows from our attention to detail, from our energy put into that. So don't be afraid to ask people for help. Number 10. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. And if you're doing product, service, look around for your competitions, closer competition, look at their solutions. If you're trying to do something similar to the company which is 90 years on the market, you're not gonna have $12 million research and development fund per year to invent some new solutions. Try to look if something is not patented, trademark, if it's long time on the market, try to copy it, try to integrate into your service, your products, maybe tweak it a little bit better. If you're from the for example, like we doing the machines, but I was operating the machines, so I know what works better. I'm not only looking from the engineering point of view and from the sales point of view, I'm looking from the operator point of view. That's why, for example, our machines you can operate in 2 hours time training. So for me, it's all about lean management and improving the product so everybody can operate it. And you can do it too. You can look at the competition. You can look at some solutions which are long on the market. Try to tweak them. Try maybe connect few. Who knows? Maybe you're gonna invent something and patent it. But don't try to spend years of doing one little sensor when the sensor is already on the market and you can easily copy it and move things forward. So again, we're coming back to the previous point. Don't be a perfectionist. Don't try to, invent everything. I saw people who were trying to build for 16 months a workshop from the container instead of containers with the roof, with everything, instead of just renting a ready container and start production from day one. I am gobsmacked sometimes when I see that kind of things, but I know this mindset. This is like hobbies. They like to tweak stuff. They like to, they feel good in that, in that area, and but sometimes they cheating themselves that they need to finish some product to perfect condition, because they are afraid to go step forward and go into sales, go there, go meet with the client. They're afraid to be face to face, and sometimes they stuck in the in the production process, in the in inventing process, prototyping, and they stay there for long. So again, coming back to my previous point, you don't have to be 100% perfect. Get some solutions, copy something, try to tweak them. You have a whole plethora of solutions around the world. Try to get the best solutions, best service, reinvent it, whatever idea you may have, and then do it, do it again with the much better outcome. Number 11, don't sell your business if you believe in it. If it's not a 2-month gig being a bodyguard in the pub, then try to keep it in the long run. No one knows what's going to happen in 2, 3, 4 years time. There is plenty of examples that 2, 3 years businesses out of the sudden they were bought, they were joint venture, they were put on the Wall Street, they were unicorns, some technological companies. So try to keep it in the long run, because like with everything, with property, with investing, with everything, if you just do it on the short term, yeah, maybe there is going to be some small gain, something. But if you put a lot of effort, lot of energy, sleepless nights, not going out, saving every penny, you haven't seen a diner for 2 years, you haven't taken your spouse, for a dinner in the last 6 months, or you haven't bought yourself a car, you're driving still 20 years old car because you're putting every penny into your business. Why would you sell it, give it, I don't know, leave it after a year or something? Try to put a little bit of effort, because if you believe in it, then of course other people are gonna believe in it, because businesses are bought on the value of the founder, on the vision, how strong you are, how strong you believe, what you want to achieve, and that's how you get the biggest valuation. So try to be there for the long run, not just for a couple of months, 1 year, because then you're gonna reap your rewards. And imagine if you're gonna get a proper investment, then you can open another business, you can learn something, you can branch out, maybe to your company, you're gonna open another company which is gonna be doing something similar or substituting with some service, and you're gonna create another entity which also gonna be value on the higher rate. So you never know. Then you're gonna have first you're gonna have money, you're gonna have employees, so you're gonna have a base of capabilities to do something else. Because if someone has one company, it's much better to jump out to another, because you have some resources already in the terms of your knowledge, your employees, your assets, your connections. It's much easier than to launch something new. So please keep to your company as long as you can, of course, up to some point. If you see it's completely falling and you cannot rescue it, it's better to cut the cord, tie the looses, and maybe open something new. Number 12, don't listen to naysayers. Don't listen to anyone who's gonna tell you, oh, this is not gonna happen, nothing about this type of business, this sector, this services. You have no experience, you were just working on the McDonald's cashier, or you were washing cars, or you were just some low-level employee in some corporation. Don't listen to the people. They don't know you. Even sometimes family, they don't know you. They don't know what you want to achieve. They don't know your drive, your passion for something. So just Listen to the people who want to support you. That's your real friends. And again, like I mentioned before, listen to people who've done it before and they can help you. Yes, it may be difficult to find a mentor from the same sector, but you can start from, someone who's done, doesn't have to be Bezos or Musk or, someone high-end. It may be a company, your friend or someone who you seeing every day in the coffee shop and he's doing 1, 2, 3 million company. He's definitely gonna be much better starting point for a conversation, for some mentoring, for some help than no one. Or, your cousin who is, sitting on the sofa for the last 7 years drinking, beer and doing nothing and living on benefits. So try to get as much help as possible. Don't listen to other people if they say, you're not gonna achieve it. Just don't even be in their, in their environment. Just cut from them. Focus on the people who gives you energy, who, provide you with the motivation, who always look positive at your endeavors on your path which you set yourself for. So if someone feels wrong in your eyes, just leave them be. Don't be around them. Next one, time. You have to value your time. At the beginning, yes, you're gonna be working 16 hours per day. You're gonna be killing yourself 7 days a week. You're gonna be, answering every phone, everything. You're gonna be saying yes almost to everything. Please go back to my previous point. Don't agree to everything, but I know how it is at the beginning. But if you're running your business for a year, 2, 3, you have some team, you can afford PA, you can afford someone who's gonna be a buffer between you and the rest stuff which is going in the company. And of course you have systems, some lean management to get the most of your resources, which may be assets, property, employees, their knowledge, their achievements, their attitude. Try to save your time, because no one knows exactly 100% what you aim for, what is your path, what you're seeing for this company, for this product, for this service, what you plan for the next 2, 3, 5 years. Only you know that, and you only have those 8-10 hours per day, because believe me, you don't want to kill yourself. You need some sleep, you need some rest, you need some other exercisement, other stuff to do to get your mind refreshed, reset, and start to think again with a fresh mind. Because if you're constantly in the company or constantly thinking about some problems, you're never gonna see a solution, like when you're gonna disappear for 2-3 days and look at the company, look at this problem from someone else, other people perspective. It works very, ideally, for example, with the lean management, when you're stepping in someone's company and you see that they're wasting hundreds of thousands per year on some stupid things. But I know where it's coming from, because you're running day after day, you're trying to extinguish the fires, everything is happening again, new day brings new challenges, and you don't have this luxury of stepping out and seeing all of those, ants running there, doing stuff, doing mistakes, and how to amend all of your systems to for your company to again run smoothly, or not again, run even better, with much better profit, much better enjoyment for you and for your employees, and for all of the assets. Maybe sometimes they may be overpowered, they may be breaking. So you need a clear mind, and for this you need a time. You need time for yourself to think, maybe to meet with people, maybe to listen to mentors, maybe to look for new investments, maybe to look at the competition. You are the driving force of the company. So you need to value your time, and not at the beginning, but after some time, when you can put some of your work when you started on other people, then please do it as soon as you can, because no one is gonna do it for you. Next one, connected with your thinking process, with your time management, but you have to share your vision. Maybe not 100% if you have any secrets, anything which is gonna revolutionize the market, but you have to share your vision with your employee. Imagine being employee doing the same stuff day after day after day, and they don't see anything into the future. They see, okay, next year I'm still gonna be packing these boxes, I'm still gonna be doing this, or I'm still gonna be, going on site and doing this building process. But they don't see that the family which they live in, which is a second family, because they're spending 8-10 hours per day in your company, it's like family. They have friends there, they have co-workers. Very often, they the best friends, some of the co-workers. They need to see a vision, how the company is gonna grow, what we're gonna achieve, how we're gonna be, perceived on the market. Are we gonna be, for example, my factory in China, which doing my machines, the engineers who are doing our machines, Fabertech, they like top of the range in the factory. They feel like, they're doing machines for the British market. Is this the best quality in this factory? And they feel like, empowered. They feel, it's probably a side effect, but this is what you're looking for. This is what to give the employees some kind of a vision, some kind of a path, like a ladder that, yes, our company is gonna do this, maybe that, maybe something, some new model, maybe new service, or maybe we're gonna serve higher celebrity or businesses, more recognized businesses, and they can feel joy that, they working with the, top tier of companies. So share as much as you can vision. Of course, don't spill the secrets which you're planning to do next year or in 2 years or whatever prototypes you're doing, but as much as you can, try to implement, stuff with the company. Next one, you have to be visible. It's 21st century. At the moment when I'm recording, it's 2022 September, so it's almost 2023. Everything has to be visible now. If you don't have Facebook, don't have Instagram, don't have maybe TikTok or other media, Google Ads and Showcase, maybe even Google Maps Street in your factory. There is lots of media which you can use in your business, but you have to be visible. And don't be afraid, because you may think that business is being done with the businesses, but it's not true. This is people with people. Doesn't matter, that employee works there, but they giving projects, tenders, opinions, reviews to the people. They're not giving to the company. We work with, Paul, Stuart, Elizabeth. We work with people, and okay, they work in some company, but we like them. That's why we're choosing who to work with. So try to don't be afraid to show your your guts of the company, your insights. Of course, if you're doing something right. If you cheating people or doing something wrong, then yeah, probably you're in the wrong business. But if you're good, if you're not afraid to show what you're doing, how you're preparing some products, how how your employees are even behaving on the shop floor from CCTV, or how they were they happy even when they're packing boxes, and there is a good mood, and how you're preparing even thank you cards, or what you're doing in the office, how you're training new salespeople to be more responsive to the clients, to listen to their needs, to listen to their problems. Just show as much as you can, because people buy from people. And if you're visible around on the social media, I can assure you they're gonna choose you. If there are two products, one is visible, one is okay, good one, but it's maybe older company who didn't invest it in the nice shiny social media presence, I can assure you most cases they're gonna choose you. So whatever you do, try to do the showcase daily, even weekly. If you cannot do daily, weekly, something update. We've done new delivery, we've done this, we've done new contract, or something like that. That's gonna definitely help you in the long run. Now, next point. I am a Polish guy, and we always try to be men of all trades, because we had a difficult situation in the past, communists, it was challenging in 1970s, 80s, so we always try to do a lot of things, learn a lot of things. In the Western world, especially, I live in UK, it's very similar in the States, in, Germany. People try to get a given profession, and they try to be perfect in one profession. And if they need some help, they go to, accountant, they go to lawyer, they go to, another assessor, they go to someone else. It's sometimes even unheard of for them to, to dig into some subject. They just go to another professional, which is okay, it's understandable, but that creates a little bit of delay. You cannot see something straight away that something is wrong. And this is my point. I'm going to accountancy. You need to know your numbers. You need to know the basics of bookkeeping, even better, some proper accountancy. You need to know what are assets, what are, profit in the company, profit and loss, how to prepare accounts at the end of the year. When you're getting even, how much your employees are gonna cost you, how much your overheads are per month, per year, per quarter, or whatever you aiming for. You need to know if you even earning money in the company. You cannot go to accountant because he or she, they have no clue about your business. They have no clue about your plans. They don't know, exactly what is your stock, how much you value it, what are your future projects, contracts, who you're speaking at the moment, which may materialize into nice sales in 3 months' time. So they're just gonna give you, what they see in the software as of today, which may be crap because they don't know anything. What is the future projects? What the future holds for you? So you need to know some basics. So when you look at the numbers, you can add something which is not yet materialized in your, software, QuickBooks, Sage, whatever you're using. That's another thing. You have to use some, they are cheap. They are 20, 30 quids per month, but they're gonna give you insight in a split second in your finances. You have to have some software. Don't do Excel. Don't do on the piece of paper. Be a little bit more 21st century. So you have to know it because, for example, I had a situations. Many. Now we have a fourth accountant who is okay. They haven't done any mistake, but the previous three, there were situation one couldn't even notice 45,000 assets. You have to point it, they can lose the number like 50,000 just like that. And most of you, if you don't know those numbers, if you don't know the stages of the accountancy, how to calculate everything, you're just gonna miss it. You're gonna cock up your accounts. You're gonna then have to reissue the amendments to your accounts if you're gonna notice it. If not, then someone's gonna look at your company. Sorry, but this company is crap, just because accountant made a mistake. And this happens very often. You would be surprised how often it is, because they don't know your company. So please learn some basics about the numbers, accountancy, profit and loss, so if you're even getting even, so you can continue the company or just cut it down, close it if you see that for last 2 years you haven't earned a penny. Next one, all of your plans, everything, you have to write it down. Do yourself task list, I don't know, Microsoft To Do, Trello, some kind of materialized, visible plans or mind map or something which you can go back and see how your plans are evolving, if they're going the right way. And believe me, you would be laughing your bottom off when you're gonna look at that 2-3 years in the row in the past and you see that 70% of it you've done. If you're not gonna write anything, that's gonna disappear. It's not in the material world, so it's different energy. But when you write something down, you're spending some time, you're putting your focus onto it. Plus, when you're writing something down, your mind is creating, if you're in your mind, another visual branches why this is connected with this. Okay, I haven't thought about that. Okay, I remember, I need to add something else. If you're just thinking, it's like a cloud. It's not fixed, it's not materialized. You have to write your stuff down. It may be on the paper, it may be on some software, but it's much better for you, because if it's written and you accomplish some task, you're gonna click it as a finish and you got a dopamine shot that you finish something. So even if there are small tasks, day by day, week by week, month by month, so what I'm gonna do in 5 years time, what I'm gonna do in 10 years time, imagine when you're clicking this, you're accomplishing stuff. And after a year, when you see 2,000 tasks accomplished, it's really a boost of morale, boost of dopamine, boost of energy for you, that okay, I'm not so bad, yeah, I'm closing this stuff, I'm not, you know, postponing, I'm not delaying anything, I'm doing good. So please write everything down. Now, let's say you're running business 2 years, 3 years, you're struggling, you're just getting even, you know, you have your vision, you stuck to it, you want it exactly as you envisage it. Sometimes you have to amend your ways. It's if you see that something is not hitting on the market, it's, you know, you're getting a feedback from the clients, this is not what we want. You cannot be stuck like a moron, you know, in the concrete that I want this exactly as I envisage. You have to amend it, because after 2-3 years, market is telling you something. So if it's not catching on, if you're not getting, you know, good profits, probably you need to close it, or you need to drastically amend your path and your product service approach to the subject. So don't be afraid of it. I know, I've been there. Sometimes it's difficult, especially if you have lots of employees. I had 70 employees, and it was very difficult sometimes to move away from it. But the longer you prolong it, the longer you postpone it, the more stress, the more opportunities you're gonna lose. Because if you shut something down quickly, it's like telling someone a bad news. Do you want to prolong their suffering for, you know, 25 minutes, or you just want to tell them, okay, this is what happened, that's it, okay, now what we can do to mitigate the losses, to do this, to do that. So it's better to, you know, to do it straight, change the operations, close the business. There is no shame in it. There is a study that they've done, I think, in the 400 millionaires, and roughly 7-8 businesses they had to head to achieve the millionaire status. So they close on the average 7-8 businesses until they found their golden goose. So it's, you know, it's nothing to be ashamed of. Treat it as a journey, as a learning lesson, as a mentoring, as a very expensive course which you paid for over 2-3 years. But I can assure you, it's better to move out. It's better to, you know, to start something new if you feel that this business is not providing you with, you know, any good profits. Next one, delegate. Get good people on board and delegate the task. You cannot do everything yourself. It's connected with saving your time, but even if you have a lot of time, you need to delegate the task if someone is better. If you're not good at sales, if you're introvert, if you're not good with people, maybe better focus on creating systems on your computer, getting, you know, back office in order, getting landing pages, getting some advertisements, if you're better at that. Or if you're better with sales, with the people, find someone who's gonna take care of your marketing, of your IT, of your stuff. Get someone who's gonna tweak the systems or prepare your warehouse for your packing, for your machinery. What I said before, you know, it's good to be a man of all trades and know a lot of things all around and be a specialist in few, but it's better to have a couple of specialists in the company and try to tie them together with the good systems, with the good support, so they can do the best at what they feel the best. Because the people works, like I've run the construction company. The first thing I ask, because they were coming to me, oh, I am bricklayer, but do you like to do bricklaying? No, I prefer to do tiles, you know, I love doing bathrooms. Okay, you're not gonna be doing bricklaying, you're gonna be doing bathrooms because you're telling me you love it. No, yeah, but no one gives me a chance. Okay, show me. And yeah, the guy was like a natural born tile killer. He was, you know, he was smashing, he could do anything, you know. So always try to find what those people really likes to do and try to empower them, give them tools, give them support, give them moral support, give them, you know, everything they need, and they're gonna flourish. And that's gonna give you more time. Plus, they're gonna do those jobs 5 times better than you, because there is no chance you're gonna be 100% good at everything. So try to delegate, try to find the good people. Even, I know sometimes it may be, you know, daunting that you have to pay someone 5,000-10,000 pounds more per year. But imagine, you know, if you're not talking about the, you know, 20,000 turnover business, but we're talking about something serious which you want to create, you know, that's gonna be pennies. But imagine if you take top range of the people, they're gonna smash your business into the future. You know, they're just gonna run like a rocket. So it's, believe me, you know, it's better to get the good people than try to get the cheapest possible and teach them and waste time and waste the resources. Take the time from you because you're gonna have to train them, instead of get employees who are properly trained, they know their subject, they have a good attitude, they know they're working for good money, and imagine your company is just gonna flourish. So please delegate as soon as you can. And now the last one, number 20, and I think this is very important. Even if you develop your company 2, 3, 4 years in a row, please try to always think like a startup. People get complacent, people get a little bit lazy, especially if there is some money coming into the company. They get a little bit too much joy, and instead of focusing on company and still tying all of the knots and everybody together and keeping an eye on the company, they start to lose the passion, starts to lose the interest, starts to lose connection with the team. And that's sadly when everything goes sour and company is slowly or even very rapidly starting to going down. So try to always think, even if you have millions on the account, try to always think, can I get it cheaper? Can I get better deal? Can I renegotiate it? Maybe, you know, of course, you know, don't try to save 5 quid or, you know, $10 or something like that if you're running multi-million company. But when you're doing a little bit bigger projects, try to put a little more effort, you know, a few more minutes or a couple of hours, or schedule someone in the team to maybe look for the better deal, renegotiate, better timing. Maybe don't even do this contract, but try to always think, what happens if? What happens, you know, if I am 3 months old, 5 months old company, not 5 years old, with you know, a little bit more assets. So try to always be on the edge, be in the game, be always like aware that really sometimes it's just 1, 2, 3 months and the company can go bust if we are, you know, lazy with the management. So I think that's the last one of the 20. Try to always think like a startup, always be lean, always be on the lookout. What else can you save? What else can you do better? Improve the product. Even if it's good, try to even get it better. Try to, you know, surprise the clients positively that, you know, we even invented something more, something we give you a little bit more. So, you know, always be on your toes, always be, you know, ready. Don't be, you know, on holiday in the company, but be in the company. And now, that was all 20. There is many more, but, you know, this video would last for 2 hours and no one wants to watch 2-hour video. But now is the bonus one. 21. When you achieve something and you have assets, you have some, it may be physical assets, it may be intellectual assets, it may be team, it may be, you know, a property. Secure those assets. It may be trademark, patent, maybe separate company who is keeping the assets, you know, on the separate entity, so it's not endangered in case of any problems in your main company. But try to put the assets into separate company, try to, you know, put the trademarks, and try to reward the best people because they are also your assets. Try to keep them on board. The most common mistakes corporations, big companies are doing, because they don't treat people, you know, by name. They treat them as a number, because when there is 1,000 people, you know, we're going into different management style. But they have a good people who are 10 years with them. They know everything about the company, and they're afraid to give them £5,000 raise after a couple of years, but they're gonna give this £10,000 raise to a new person who they're gonna hire, and they know shit about the company. I cannot comprehend what is the thinking process behind it, but that's happening on the daily basis. So your people are also your assets. So keep them as long as you can, reward them. Don't wait for them to, to comment, can I get a raise? If you see they're doing good, they really care about the company, about the service, about the brand, about the visibility, about the perception of the brand, you as a boss, you never had a bad word from clients about you, you have to cherish them, you have to reward them. It may be extra money, it may be some, trips, some I don't know, gifts or something, but please keep your assets secure in the company in terms of the people, or your physical assets in the separate companies, so you're not gonna lose them in case of the bankruptcy or something. So that's all. I hope you like it. And any questions, leave me a comment. If you want to see anything business-wise, construction, manufacturing, joinery, machinery, that kind of stuff, which I've done. It's not the book knowledge. It's something which I, pay my dues, and I've been there for ages now. So if you want to hear about anything, any help, let me know, and I will try to prepare a clip for you. Thank you very much. See ya.